What's good? I'm Jack and I'm back with another video, back in the review dojo. And as you can see, I will be reviewing the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home wave. Like, I don't have all the figures. At one point I did, but I sold the rest. But I sold the ones that I didn't want. And I only kept Marlin because no one wanted to buy him, so I decided to just keep him, even though he is a trash figure. But just like with my Eternals video, I'll just be doing an overview of all the figures instead of reviewing each figure one by one, because I don't feel like there's a point to do that. So let's just jump straight into it. And then, yes, I will be doing these figures from least favorite to most favorite. We're going to start with the Marlin figure. Like I said, this figure was trash. And as you can see, I modified it a bit. I cut the vest out from the suit jacket. I don't understand why they designed it that way in the first place. I mean, I feel like this made the figure a little better. Like, you can actually use the ab crunch, but other than that, it's still a pretty trash figure. And like I said, I couldn't sell it. Like, no one wanted to buy it, so I just ended up keeping it. And honestly, I don't really know anything about the character of Marlin. I know he has some part in the Into the Spider-Verse storyline. I know he's like a vampire that hunts Spider-Man to take their power or whatever, but he's not that interesting of a character, if you ask me. And plus, like, why would they bring this figure out during the same time as the Morbius movie would be coming out, or the Morbius character is becoming more popular? I mean, he's a Spider-Man villain who's a vampire whose name starts with an M. I'm pretty sure more people will, like, gravitate towards Morbius instead of Marlin, which is probably why this figure probably didn't sell that well. Yeah, it did not sell that well, but I'm gonna keep him. I mean, honestly, it's trash, but I like the way it looks a little bit. And he came with an extra head, but I lost it, and I don't really care to find it. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna make him like a background butler type of figure, character, or whatever. But he'll just be in my collection, collecting dust. Alright, next up we have Doctor Strange, and yeah, I'm not the biggest Doctor Strange fan. I mean, the movie was cool, the character is cool, but I don't know, it's just something about him that I don't really like. He's not my favorite MCU character or hero. Excuse me. And I really only got this figure because I needed a Doctor Strange in my collection. This is probably the only Doctor Strange I'll buy, unless they come up with, you know, a better looking outfit or something for him, a cooler looking outfit. But other than that, that's the only reason why I kept this figure. Alright. Alright, he came with this pair of hands, you know, gripping hands. I don't know what he would be gripping though. And he came with another pair of hands with the little magic circles on them. I mean, they look good. I like the way they're designed, but I'm probably not going to use these that much because, like I said, not the biggest Doctor Strange fan. Honestly, I probably won't use these at all because actually, I mean, like, you can, in the light, they kind of lighting up right now. In this light, it's like they're glowing a little bit, but I don't really need those. And Like the necklace is removable. So that is an extra accessory, and the cape is removable. It was a little bit of a struggle to get that out, but it does come off. And as you can see, it's a basic looking figure. And oh, I modified this figure too. I just took some nippers and like cut the skirt up to increase the range of articulation. Like, so I mean, maybe I ruined the figure, maybe I didn't. I don't consider it as ruining the figure because I don't really like Doctor Strange, like I said. I don't really like the character that much. I understand why he's important to the MCU, being in the mystic arts or whatever. But he's not my favorite MCU character, but I needed him in my collection, so here he is. Alright, next up we have the black and gold suit Spider-Man, and we won't know the actual name of this suit until the movie actually releases. And I know that these red and black parts are not accurate because, you know, Marvel Legends tends to go off of concept art in order to have figures out in time for the movie to come out. Like, it's missing a couple of accessories. I mean, all they really had to do was just add those little accessories. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make an updated figure later on down the road. But honestly, I really do like the way this suit looks. I really do. Now I know a lot of people are speculating that this suit is actually his. Is it the upgrade suit? Yeah, it's the upgrade suit, just inside out. And I mean, I can kind of see that, but if you get really close, there's a lot of like extra black paint on the black plastic. These small details all over the figure. Even on the mask. Yeah. Originally, I was not going to keep this figure. I was going to sell this one too, but I was like, you know what? I kind of like most of the MCU Spider-Man suits, so I'm gonna keep this one too. But I didn't end up getting the Walmart exclusive Far From Home Spider-Man with a masked Tom Holland head. Like, I didn't feel the need to go get that figure because I have a Far From Home Spider-Man, and I actually modified it. Well, I customized it to have the black lines. I just used like I think it was a Sharpie or some type of black pen to just fill in the lines. I mean, unfortunately, I could get that figured out, but it'll take a while. But yeah, and I will say that this figure has the best articulation of all the figures in this wave. Like, as you can see, you can do a lot. Like, he look like he about to hit that Omarion dance. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So yeah, I really do like this figure. I just wish they would have gave him fist hands and, you know, wall crawling hands, but they don't do that for Tom Holland Spider-Man. So yeah, let's get him a cool fighting pose. Oh, and I almost forgot. I was like having so much fun posing them around that, yeah, he came with these extra thwip, you know, web slinging hands. You know, just like most Spider-Man figures. But here's a closer look at them. Alright, so next up we have the integrated suit. Now, I really do like the way this suit looks. Like, because it's a combination of the Iron Spider suit and like the Far From Home suit. Just, like I said, combined. There's a lot of like detail in the sculpting. It doesn't have the black lines. I don't know. We haven't like the movie. Like I said, the movie is not out yet, so we don't know if the black lines are really prominent in the suit in the movie. But yeah, this is the best looking figure of the wave. The best looking one, hands down. Now, the golden black suit has the best articulation because like these butterfly joints do not get a lot of range. Maybe because the sculpting or whatever, but I wish they would have actually did something about that. It's like you'll probably have to break the figure. You'll break it trying to get more range out of it, but it'll do. Like I just really love the design and color of the suit. Like I can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean, yeah, No Way Home. I can't wait for the movie to come out. I've seen Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals. I can't wait to go see Spider-Man No Way Home. I feel like Marvel movies are the only movies I feel like that are worth going to see in the theaters. I'm just that big of a fan of the franchise. But yeah, I mean, aside from the butterfly joints, you get good. Well, Marvel Legends have good articulation anyway, so that's to be expected. But you can do Spider-Man stuff with him. Hold up. Yeah, before I forget, unlike the golden black suit, he actually came with fist hands. So, that's cool. Stand him up. Neutral pose. It looks kind of awkward, but that's what happens when you're playing with figures. And he came with the thwip hands, web slinging. So, basic Spider-Man stuff. And now we move on to my favorite figure of the wave. And it is the PS4, PS5, well, the PlayStation Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, I love this figure. Miles Morales has become basically my favorite Spider-Man. After seeing Into the Spider-Verse and, actually really even just finding out about him. I like Peter Parker, but obviously I'll gravitate towards Miles Morales. And ever since I found out that his name was actually supposed to be Kid Arachnid instead of Spider-Man, I've been calling him that, Kid Arachnid. I think I articulated that well enough, but Kid Arachnid. Maybe it's my southern accent that makes it sound weird to me. But yeah, this is my favorite figure of the wave. Just hands down, this is the best figure of the wave to me. Even though the golden black suit has better articulation, because these butterfly joints don't move just like with the integrated suit. Excuse me again, drank a Dr. Pepper before I started recording. But I just love this figure the best, the most out of all of them. I kind of, I'm probably going to get a PlayStation 4 or 5 just to play this game. And I can't wait until the Spider-Man 2 game comes out because, Miles Morales plays an important role in there. And I forgot to mention, the integrated suit has pinless joints just like this Miles Morales. I know pinless is a big deal in Marvel Legends right now because most of the figures are Most of the newer figures are gonna have that. But yeah, like this is the best figure of the wave. Let's see what I can do. Spider-Man stuff, Kid Arachnid. Well, I can call him King Arachnid. I don't know. I think he is a Spider-Man, but they should give him a different name. I know, yeah, Kid Arachnid. Go ahead and call him that. I'm just gonna call him that because I like the name, actually. Like, as you can see, I'm having a lot. Like, I really enjoy this figure. Like I said, it's my favorite of the wave. Kinda want to buy another one. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can find the GameStop exclusive Stealth Miles Morales. Like, I really don't want to have two of the exact same figures. At first, I used to be opposed to doing that, but now I don't mind. Like, and I don't mind having multiple different versions of the same character. At first, I wouldn't do that either, but I have plenty. Like, this is my fourth Miles Morales, and like I should get my other Miles Moraleses out just to have them to compare to this Miles Morales. All right, so here is the PlayStation Miles Morales compared to my other Miles Morales figures. The Into the Spider-Verse animated movie. I think animated. What the hell? The Space Venom Miles Morales. I did not get the Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse that was in a 2-pack with Spider-Gwen, because that figure and this figure is basically the same thing. They're basically the same, just different. And plus, they eventually came out with this one, so there was no need to get that one. And this is the Venomized Miles Morales from the Venom Pool wave. As you can see, 4 different versions of Miles Morales, and this has become my favorite version of Miles Morales. No, not my favorite version, but because, like, this is my favorite version, but this is my favorite Miles Morales figure. This is my favorite figure. Alright, so I spent so much time talking about this figure, now it's time to go over his accessories. First, we have his, well, as you can see, yeah, this nail is damaged from working in a warehouse overnight, so don't pay attention to that. But this is the unmasked Miles Morales head that came with him. Like, I haven't played the game, or like, I've watched videos about the game, but I can't really tell if this actually looks like the Miles Morales in the game, but it's a decent looking head sculpt. I'm probably not, whoops, it became a little bit unfocused. I'm probably not going to use this head sculpt. I'll figure out something to do with it, but yeah, here it is. Alright, here are your wall crawling hands. You know, essential Spider-Man hands. Spider-Man web slinging thwip hands. And here are the translucent Venom Shock hands. Like, I really like these hands. Like, I really do. Basically, the Venom Shock is like an electric blast. I mean, he's a Spider-Man with electric powers, basically. And he has the power to turn invisible. But this Venom Shock, yeah. I mean, lightning, thunder, electricity, that's like my favorite type of power. And he has that as a Spider-Man, so that automatically makes him favorite Spider-Man. And since I actually got the other Miles Morales out to compare to the PlayStation Miles Morales, I figured I'd get my Far From Home Spider-Man out with the custom, you know, web lines I painted on them. As you can see, like, they don't look the best. There's a lot of paint bleeding, but I mean, I did this with like a, I think like a Sharpie, a fine point Sharpie. I mean, I know it doesn't look as good as that Walmart exclusive one, but since I already had this guy, like I said, there was no point in me buying him. But I really like this figure. I know I said I like most of the MCU Spider-Man suits, but I really don't like the Homecoming suit. I started to like, well, the Homecoming suit is the Civil War suit. I started to like him more when he got the Iron Spider suit. But I had the Iron Spider figure. I actually had that figure, but I sold it. I got rid of it. But these are the 3 Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man suits that I have for now. So yeah, I really like them. Alright, so there you have it. All of the figures I have of the Spider-Man No Way Home Marvel Legends wave. It's a cool wave. Like I like the way the Armadillo Man Build-A-Figure looked, but I like the way it looked, but I didn't really want it, so I sold it and got rid of it. Like I said, these are basically the figures. Well, these 3 are basically the figures I really wanted. Once I got him in hand, I was like, yeah, I decided that I like this figure, so I decided to keep it. And him, like I said, I only kept because no one wanted to buy them off eBay, and I'm not selling them anymore, so I'm stuck with this guy. He's gonna be a butler to the rest of my figures. He's gonna be like a vampire version of Alfred. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video, just like overview of the Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, I can't wait to see the movie, and there's a lot of rumors and stuff going on about this movie, but honestly, I truly believe that Miles Morales will be introduced in the MCU in this movie, because this movie is about the multiverse. And from the I don't read comics, I just watch a lot of YouTube videos about the comic storylines. And in the comic storyline, he crosses over from his universe into the main universe. Hence, I think that's why they called it No Way Home, because I feel like it's like at the end of the movie, this version of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is going to leave and go into a different universe and have like No Way Home. And he is going to come into the MCU universe because he won't be able to go back to his home universe. Hence the name No Way Home. Like they're both just going to switch universes basically. He's probably going to go to a universe where he's actually happier than he is in this MCU universe. And he's essentially going to replace Peter Parker Spider-Man in the MCU. I feel like, I definitely feel like No Way Home is going to introduce Miles Morales to the MCU. It might not happen, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. I mean, otherwise, like, I know the game came out, but why would they even have this figure in the wave? Think about it. Just think about it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah. Anywho, I want to give glory and honor to God for all that He's done for me. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched this video all the way through. Thank you to all my recent subscribers. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, it's been real.